But you don't like being up at heights, and I don't like coming down them ladders. I don't mind going up them, I just don't like coming down them.
You can see there coming in on the ships. So yeah, it would have been horrible out there, but the museum hopefully is going to tell the story.
Yeah, that quite amazed me. 177 French volunteers and the rest were Allied soldiers.
Sword Beach being one of the 5 beaches or landing beaches of the Normandy invasion on D-Day. Hey, don't get one of them big hammers.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But
I've always thought you looked like one of them. Hello, welcome back to the channel.
welcome back, everyone.
We went for our run that we left you on our last vlog, came back, had some lunch, got ready and headed down here. So we are at Le Grand Bunker Museum.
Yes.
We came down on these bikes. Now I'm really loving these bikes, really enjoying it. We've got them locked up with 2 big thick locks that we've shown you in the past. But we just came back down through the Pegasus Bridgeway because there was a quicker route, but we weren't sure if it was all on a busy main road. You know what Google Maps is like. So we decided we could get here along the canal, didn't we?
Yes.
So,
and before we go in the bunker, I'll just read what it's about. The Grand Bunker Museum is housed in a 5-storey German command bunker, which was part of the Atlantic wall defences during the Second World War. It served as a German headquarter for the coastal artillery overseeing Sword Beach. Behind me, the craft that they're doing up there, just looking at it, I think it was one of the crafts that starred in the Saving Private Ryan. Looks like it was used for the film. Size of that. Cannon. 88mm. Looked like it took a few people to get it going. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heads there. Yeah. 8 people to operate that possibly. Maybe a commander or 2. All right, we're going to go inside, see how much it costs. This is the entrance. Just here. Gun post, so that would have been far in, basically down that corridor if needed. So we go through. I don't know where Jodie's gone. Oh, it looks like we've got something else in there, but where's she gone? It looks like they're on comms there. I thought I lost you there.
no, I've just been having a look.
Keep going in these bunkers, we need like a light. Should get a light. I have got a light for this camera, but I didn't bring it.
So you can come down here, Lee.
Okay. Well, what's this then? Like a control room? Of some sort?
He's got a lookout. He's down there.
Ah, that's so the gun post looks down that corridor. Basically, that's where the sentry post is for it.
Well, this is a generator.
Right, so this would have been the generator for the bunker. I think it's got 5 floors. It's a German gun.
Look at this.
All right, that's the... Okay, you got the armoury here.
Yeah.
Looking at that, with the amount of stuff and he's sorting out the weapons. And then behind us, maybe just the storage. If it was actually like that, there's not a lot of ammunition there, really.
Probably just what they needed at the time. It's probably stored somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then brought here.
Some bunks through here then.
Ooh. They don't look very comfortable, do they?
No.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm sure that your feet would be hanging off the end of that.
Yeah, I think it would. I reckon most of those did. They're probably curled up.
What if not? There's no room to curl up on there.
Well, you make do, didn't you? You make do with what you can.
You won't be able to sit up on that middle one, on the bottom one. Wow.
Looks more like hospital beds, doesn't it? That one.
No, it's chambre, which is bedrooms.
Okay.
Sleeping quarters, yeah. Before I make any comments on the restrooms, you must remember that the soldiers did not live permanently in the bunkers.
Well, there you go.
Most of the time they lived in villas, commandeered in the area. The gunners only being sent to combat stations during alerts and exercises. The lookouts and surveillance service personnel worked in shifts. So this is the organisation that built the bunker we went to before.
Oh, okay.
The tour organisation.
So that's your med room then, with the doctor in there.
Yeah.
And then rations. Looks like possibly some food rations or just medical rations. Medical, I think.
Yeah, he looks too happy, he does. Doesn't he? Look at him. He's well happy.
He might be on a call to his missus. Right, we're going up again.
We've got a chicken in there.
Pigeon, no doubt.
So actually, this pigeon in here is a parachuted pigeon container with pigeon rings and messages.
There you go.
First mean of communication used between intelligence circuits in France and England.
It would have been one of the bunkers down at the front. You can see how they've made all that there, so it's harder to get over. Loads of obstacles going down on the beachfront. So I think we're on the 4th floor now. Looks like this is the communication room. Got it has, and maybe the operational headquarters. Planning. So that's what they seem to be doing there, plotting out maps. He looks
very happy.
yeah, he looks a bit jolly, doesn't he?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so more communications.
He's just chilling out having a fag, isn't he?
Yeah. He's smoking in there.
He's just tell you a little bit about the equipment that we use for communication.
We're up here. There is another floor. Well, actually, it's the roof. But you can see out now. You can actually see the big Brittany ferry looking out there.
I just seen I got a bit panicky because there was a bag left on the side.
And yeah, you can see out all around this. Look, even that way, all the way to sea. So from every angle here, you've got the front, and it's not a gun. I think that was like a telescope.
No, not from that bit.
Yeah, not sure. It's definitely like a telescope, I reckon. That's one bunker. It was not the biggest bunker, even though it does say a grand bunker.
Yeah, I mean,
but
there's cost to get in, and it's not that big, but it's full of information. It's very busy in there today, wasn't it?
It was very busy
There's
today.
a group coming as well.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of footage for you.
Yeah, we were going to go up on the roof, but you don't like being up at heights, and I don't like coming down them ladders. I don't mind going up them, I just don't like coming down them. Because when you're going up, you don't have to look down, do you? When you're going up?
It was just a tight hole to get up.
When you're coming down, you have to look down. That's
I was just watching one of the skinny lads go up. I don't know, they're on a group here, and it was quite tight.
Yeah.
And I looked at myself and thought, I'll leave that one.
No, you could have got up there all right, but...
Well, probably.
But it would have been up there where that flag is, I reckon.
Yeah, but that was a good little visit. So we're going to try now, go and do a bit more of the exploring down Sword Beach. Now, we know there's quite a few bits down there. I'm hoping to get into the Commando Museum and also see some of the memorials down there. Well, this is the second stop for the day before we go down to the beach.
You're not putting that on your
No,
t-shirt?
I'm having it like that if I've got my coat on because it makes a horrible rustling noise.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
But this is the Museum of the 4th Commandos. You can see there coming in on the ships. So, yeah, it would have been horrible out there, but the museum hopefully is going to tell the story.
Well, it's about €5, you say?
Yeah, €5 each. This is all some of the badges and stuff. So that's the French commando berries that came in with the British commandos. That's their berry there. So this looks like, obviously, the storm
Landing
of
of
the
the
beach.
British and French troops of number 4 Commando.
7:20, 1944.
this one is attack and assault by the French troops of Number 4 Commando of the Sea, front blockhouses and fortifications on the casino.
Foundations.
There's not spelt it right, that's all. Foundations, yeah. When the British troops of Number 4 Commando were taking the artillery battery and defences near the port of Austria. Very welcoming there. The lady was lovely and she spoke really good English as well. There's a movie when you go in there that you can watch, but it looked like it was about half an hour long, so we just got the tail end of it. It just said no cameras, so we didn't want to take the mix, so we just showed what we could. A few little clips really. But it's just like one big room of a little side room that does the films. So, but it was in French, as you can imagine, with English subtitles, so quite hard to keep up with when it's fast.
Yeah, so basically
we got the gist, didn't we?
We did, and it was the French commandos. I think there was like obviously the Allied troops and French commandos that joined them. They were volunteers. So I think it was 177.
Yeah, that quite amazed me. 177 French volunteers, and the rest were Allied soldiers.
Allied soldiers that stormed the Normandy beaches.
Yeah.
And they took back this place within 4 hours, is what she said. So
I did notice he said something about they were supposed to only be here for 4 days and end up staying here for 3 months.
Yeah, well,
to
probably that's
protect
true.
the bridge.
Yeah,
the gate.
Probably.
Yeah, so
I suppose once you gain ground, then you want to protect it because a lot of loss happened for that ground. So yeah. Well, just cycling along Sword Beach now. Trouble is with having the bikes, it's difficult to film as much, but you can take a nice steady pace. Can't see the paraglider, but there's definitely a kite surfer over there. Decent enough cycle paths anyway, so you'll be all right with that.
Can we stop here a minute so we can film a bit of there?
Yeah, we can put our bikes here.
Right, so we just left bikes there.
Yeah.
And there's pictures all around this beach. These are survivors. It's a lovely beach, though.
It is a lovely beach, actually.
Sword Beach?
Sword Beach, yeah.
Really nice. I'm actually surprised, like, how pale the sand is, actually. For some reason in my head it was going to be darker sand.
Yeah, very nice, isn't it? A bit darker sea. But yeah, we're going to take a little
You mean
walk.
as in like sort of the Mediterranean?
Yes, it's not as turquoise, shall we say. So yeah, we're going to take a little wander.
I'm surprised there isn't more surfers out, really. I'm sure it's like surf weather, is it not? Don't fancy taking up surfing?
No, I just don't get the time. I don't.
We will sort that out when I'm retired.
I'll have to find space for it on the motorhome somewhere. So you can get the blow up ones maybe.
You can hire them out as well.
Yeah. A supboard maybe. This is, Sword Beach, Queen Red. There's the Scots for helping liberate as well. And I think Queen Red, as I was on about, is just the other side of this hut. So we're going to pop over there, just to the beach, see if there's anything there. Sword Beach being one of the 5 beaches, or landing beaches of the Normandy invasion on D-Day. Initial assault on this beach was at 7:25 AM. It was the British 8th Infantry Brigade. Part of the 3rd Infantry Division landed on the Queen Red, which is exactly where we are now. And they were supported by the Sherman DD tanks from the 13th and 18th Royal Hussars. we only stopped for a picture, and then that come flying past. So we're heading off to a shop now to get some food and some water. I'll load in my backpack, and then we're travelling back to the van. So we'll probably catch you at the van now.
If we could see through a million eyes, if we could see the wounded truth in everything, if we could listen to the rolling of the dimes, if we could hear 1,000 voices when they sing,
So just like that, we are back. My battery on this bike just lasted me, even though I did do it yesterday as well. So yeah, it ain't too bad really. And other than the suspension, it's not good for off-road, but it gets us about. So I'm just going to pack these away in the boot now, get all that sorted, get them tucked away. We're moving on again tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. So let's get them back in the boot. What I'm doing now is the bikes go in a bike bag, and they do fit. They are in the description, I think. If not, just ask, I'll show you where the bike bags are. Excuse me. But I've got to get the two bikes back in here. So I have to take everything out to get the bikes laid flat, and then I stack it all up neater. So leave me to that. I'll show you when half the boot's like it should be, and then the other half, just so you can see how we get around it. And the reason I'm probably talking about it is because I'm still debating whether I'm going to get a bike rack or not. It just might make sense just to have a bike rack. However, some people are against the ones you stick on the back of your motorhome and get a tow bar instead and get the rack that way. What's your thoughts on that? Do you get the tow bar bike rack? Do you get the bike rack that fits onto the bars on the motorhome? Or do you stick them in the boot? So this bike here that Jodie rides is the Fafri. It is quite comfortable and it folds down like that. I always take the seat off just to make it easier, but it folds down in this bag here. And I'll show you when it's inside. That's all now in its bag and half the boot is unpacked. So you can see there, it actually folds down quite nice and neat, and without the battery in it, it's not that bad of a weight. With the battery in it, it is a bit heavier. They're about 28 kilos, I think, for them ones, where that one's 18 kilos. But yeah, ain't much stuff to take out the boot, and I'll just clear that space there. So this one will now fit in there. That's the bike. Everything's sort of around it on this side. But it's still got space there for a bit of shopping if need be, that I can't put away, so water, etc. But yeah, it sort of goes in quite nicely, and I'll do the same with the other side. And as for that bike there, that folds down quite small anyway. It's a little bit sunny around this side. We'll just stick them in there. So there you go, that's this side. That's where I keep the pedal lock, and then the steering lock goes in here, and then pretty much I've got more room if needed, but ain't too bad actually, and the weight's nice and even. Right, time to have a beer and have something to eat. Good morning. So we woke up to a lovely sunny day again today, but I just wanted to sort of show you the power uses. So when we got back to the van yesterday, it was getting quite late, so there weren't much solar coming in. However, the batteries every day have been topping up to 100%, which is great. But what are we on now? So let's have a little look at this screen. So we're on 75. 75%. We're probably equaling out on the power usage. So there's a little bit of solar coming in now, and we are charging a couple of things up. However, that 25% charged up the two bikes. They needed to be fully charged. It's charged up my laptop. Jodie's got the fan running right now. We've had the fan running last night. We've had the air fryer going and everything like that. But what does 75% mean in the world of the battery we've got? So it's actually a 530 amp hour. So let's say we can take it down to 500 amp hours for ease. So if I just have a little look on the app, see what we've got. So we've actually got 396, so just under 397 amp hours remaining in the battery. So even though we've used all that, we've pretty much, I suppose, got double the power right now than we did when we had the 200 amp hours, even though it's gone down a little bit. So we've probably never taken it down to more than 350 amp hours or less than that, and that's with all the power we use. Sometimes we use a bit more, sometimes there won't be enough sun to top it up to 100% either. But before we go anywhere, I'm just going to show you a quick scoot around on the outside and our leveling. This is the air. You come in through the entrance there, bins are there. You've got a drive over waste there, you've got a few spots down here, and these are your pitches. Now the weird thing about this is people keep getting it wrong. I did look on search for sites, however people will keep driving up here and parking there, which is wrong. You park in between the lines on this one, so the grass is actually under the motorhome, as you can see there. So it makes sense to park in between the lines, but some people, they think you meant to park on just that bit there, which then if you parked here, or sorry, if you park there, you're then taking up 2 spaces really, just to be aware of that. And the leveling itself, I think we're down a bit on this side and down a bit on this side, but we're nice and level. It is a bit of an uneven ground, and if we come around here, I think this is actually raised a bit more than it normally is actually at the rear, but it's levelled us out. So every stop we've done so far, we've been able to level it off, no problem at all. Also, while we've been here, not only have I got the Van Guardian, we've got me blink cameras on either side. So you've got one on the rear, and then as we come down here, we've got one here, and they are just on their brackets, but on a Velcro. Oh, didn't want to do that. On a Velcro sticky pad. Hopefully that still works, but we don't have them on driving. Just when we're parked up really, and so we can see everything that's going on, as well as you got the alarm deterrent as well. So we're off to the Hillman Fortress this morning, so we're going to take you up there, show you the Hillman Fortress before we head off to our next stop for the day. Rocket cameras are on, and wait for that beep. Huh? Must press the wrong button.
There you go.
There we go. The
Van
Van Guardian set.
Without a jacket on?
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Anyway, this is the entrance to the air. Just here.
There's your servicing point behind us.
Yeah. Jodie's just going to go and do the bin. So we're walking today because I don't fancy getting the bikes out, and it's not far, it's just down the road, this fortress. So we're going to be walking down this path. This is just to the side of the air.
This is the sports pavilion area near the sports centre. It's right next to the air, literally. And this is where we saw them all playing balls yesterday.
It's not that noisy neither, that we've seen them play football. The couple of days we've been here, a lot of bowls, French bowls.
I've had a few people at night maybe go down this alleyway a bit and talk a bit loud or something like that, but I wake up to anything now, so.
I was sounder.
At least one of us is alert if anything happens.
Yeah, very true. But if something was going to happen, if that alarm went off, I'll know about it. Don't worry about that.
So we've just come from that direction, and when we went out on the bikes, we went right there, so if we're coming up it'll be our left, and then straight on up here, by the looks of things, is where the fortress is. Look at that, beautiful open fields. I just love exploring your surroundings. That's why we love motorhoming as well, if we can just park somewhere, spend a couple of days there and get to know your surroundings, whether you walk, run or cycle, or all of them. You know, it's just very interesting and takes you away from the normal, well, the norm, really.
So this fortress was a German defence stronghold during World War II, constructed as part of the Atlantic Wall and heavily fortified bunker complex. On D-Day, British troops from the 1st Suffolk Regiment attacked Hillman Fortress. The assault faced strong resistance and the site was well defended with concrete bunkers and heavy artillery. After fierce fighting, the British finally secured the position on June the 7th, 1944, contributing to the success of the Normandy landings. So I think it still serves as a memorial to everyone that died here.
Hillman written in stone, is it?
Yeah, a lot of poppies.
Site of Hillman. So it does actually tell you on here, there's different points as you go around. You've got the memorial, and you've got a platform, a command post, a cookhouse, Eastern Guard Post, Northern Guard Post, Command Post B, a well.
But we'll have a little look at it here. Just see if I can have a look inside anyway.
And do you want to take that as though you're going in? I think it takes you up.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, this is cool. It looks like a turret position, doesn't it? Hey, don't get one of them big hammers.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But
I've always thought you looked like one of them.
yeah, so this is the whole thing then. It just, you go round.
Yeah.
Nice big tank over there. Right, I'm coming out.
I just come up the steps there.
So if anyone knows what this tank is, put it in the comments.
Ah, told you.
Oh, the Churchill. Okay, that's definitely...
It's a Mark IV A22.
So A22.
Was a British tank used during the Second World War, better known by its name Churchill. In June 1944, this tank equipped 3 British badges, the 6th, the 31st and the 34th Tank Brigade. However, during the capture of the Hillman site on June the 6th, it was the Sherman tanks of the 13th and 18th Royal Hussars which took part in the fighting alongside the soldiers of the Suffolk Regiment.
Looking over there, looks like a bit more of a bunker complex. So
The well-supplied water for the whole Hillman complex.
let's take a little look down there, shall we?
Gosh. Bye.
I don't mind going down into holes, it's heights I don't like. Ooh, that's weird, isn't it? Ooh, it gets a bit dark. So somewhere down here is the well. Might have blocked it off now. There seems to be a wall through there, so maybe the well is blocked off. Safety reasons, I would have thought. I think this part here is towards the trenches. It looks like you've got something else out there. So I'm going to go through, see how far I can get. Right, I'm not sure what's in here. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's a door. Okay. So there's a metal door there, modern day key on it, so you probably can gain access. But I'm assuming this was the entrance to the trenches.
It looks like there's a dip there, doesn't it? Yeah. Just where the fence line
I think
is.
you can probably just walk on here.
It looks like there's a dip there.
Yeah, it must take you out to the trenches, I would have thought. Because, yeah, it's pretty much all underground now. I think there is other stuff through this. There's stairs going down into this bit here. Again, this probably would have been a turret for a gun station. Yep, definitely, just down there. Again, that's the entrance maybe to the trenches, but they are blocked off. It's quite deep down there, yeah. Do not fall down the hole, Lee. So you can see it was heavily fortified on this position. And yeah, just another key element in the Battle of Normandy. This is another part of the trench system. It is actually quite deep. There is stairs to go down. So this is the Grenadier Regiment 736 command post, basically here. It's all underground, as you can see there, and this is the only sort of way in. That was the German regiment that was here, who was basically in this fortress.
This R608 pattern bunker was the command post of Colonel Krug, commander of 736 Grenadier Regiment. It was also his signal centre and in communication with other units of the regiment and with General Richer at headquarters 716 Infantry Division at Caen. An officer, 2 under-officers and 3 soldiers were on permanent duty here. It was self-contained with a generator for power, a ventilation system and central heating, as well as a radio and telephone equipment.
Right. I mean, yeah, there's another gun turret up there, so them stairs down there would lead to that. You could gain access through there, and you've got the whole complex there. So that's pretty much us done here, isn't it, darling?
It is, yeah. We've got more than enough for this vlog.
Yeah.
But we wanted to show you everything around this area in one video.
Yeah. There is a lot more down at Sword Beach, but we haven't got time to do everything. But that's a good thing in our eyes, because it means you can come back and explore some of the stuff you haven't seen yet, instead of just saturating the area and, you know, not.
We would have
everything.
to stay here longer. We wouldn't be able to get around. We've got 3 weeks,
Yeah.
so we've only done what we can do, as well as having time to relax on holiday as well.
Yeah.
You've got to balance that out too, haven't you?
Definitely. So we're moving on today. We're going a little bit further round, probably coming out of the Normandy area now. But yeah, that's it from us. So we will catch you on the next one.
I wish I had shades on, because as you can see I'm squinting because the sun is right in my eyes.
Even the camera's got its shades on today. But yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks again, and bye.
Au revoir.